A playwright, for me, would be a person who illuminates human behavior in a way that makes us all feel connected.
The most important thing about playwriting is this. When you write a play, it's totally different than writing a book or writing a poem, because it's not meant to be read. It's not meant to be experienced by someone alone with a page. It's a blueprint for something that's going to happen. It's sort of like a game plan for a football game on a blackboard, where you say, okay, now this person's going to move over there and they're going to say, I love you, I've always loved you. And then this person will move over there and say, don't say that to me, I'm married to someone else, and then run out the door. And so you're writing out a plan for all these things that are going to happen in time. It's more like a piece of music, really, than a piece of writing.
Playwriting, I think, is creating a world that you can actually find yourself in the black box where the walls disappear, the audience disappears, and you're actually in that world, and you believe it. And it could be completely absurd and bizarre, and the more absurd and bizarre to me, the more enjoyable it is, because the writer is taking you someplace and is giving you all the information that you need to believe what you're seeing. And it takes very little effort, or no effort at all, to suspend your disbelief.
My ideal about being a writer, or generally being in this kind of business, is the notion that you hang out with smart, intelligent people who push you, and make you have interesting thoughts.
I write plays because I like talking to people. My grandmother used to say I could talk the leg off a chair. And I enjoy hearing people's stories. I very much enjoy sharing stories with people. And for me, plays are an immediate way of doing that. A novel isn't. A nonfiction book isn't. You know there are people out there enjoying it because you'll get letters from them. It's not the same as sitting in an audience or walking outside after a play is over and hearing feedback right away.
And I think it's about great moments, and that every moment should be alive and electric and captivating and interesting.
Well, I mean that's what makes theater different from like TV or film, because you're disconnected from TV and film. You're just kind of like, you're just watching it. You're just, that's all you're doing. It doesn't really force you to think. But like every performance of a play is completely different. You know, each audience really gets their own vibe going.
And also, the writing process is very exciting. It's like any writing, it's very internal. And I think for any writer, it is very exciting in your own head to sit there and figure things out and listen to the characters and get excited by what they're saying, you know. And that's a very internal thing, but it is very satisfying.
The secret to good playwriting for me is passion. You have to be passionate about your characters or your story and your audience. If you are not passionate about your audience, I don't think you can write plays.
The most important quality in playwriting for me is that there's a lot of openness to it, that it asks questions rather than makes statements, that you leave a play and you have an argument with the people you saw the play with about whether the hero did the right thing or the wrong thing.
I wouldn't be able to say what drives me as a writer other than the fact that, like, I just have to do it. I think there are certain people where, I've always written, and, if I didn't write, I think it would be really bad.
I think some of the best things you're ever going to experience in an artistic, in your artistic life, you're going to see them in the theatre.
And whether it's comedy or drama, your protagonist is generally going to be flawed, because we are flawed. And so when we see this character that is flawed, but that changes and grows nonetheless, in fact, because of those flaws, often, it makes us feel like we're capable of change and transformation. And I think that's the beauty of how it can be.